derivation of the properties of CTFT. So we have solved some problems with respect to CTFT. So when it comes to properties, derivations are very important here. So in this session, I'll be covering the derivation of properties with respect to continuous time Fourier transform. Okay. So there are many properties like linearity, modulation, convolution, frequency shift, time shift, Parseval's theorem. So we will cover everything one by one. So the first property which I am going to discuss is linearity. Okay. So what does this linearity property says? So first thing you have to write for most of the property. So Fourier transform of x of t is x of j omega. Then Fourier transform of y of t is y of j omega. Okay. So this is the common thing you have to write. Then what does the linearity property says? So a into x of t plus b into y of t, if you take them Fourier transform, then what happens in the frequency domain? It is a into x of j omega plus b into y of j omega. Okay. So we have to prove this. Okay. So in order to prove this, what I will do is I will take here this as z of t and I will prove that. So let us, go step by step for the proof. So proof, let me write it down here. Okay. So your linearity property says that a into x of t plus b into y of t is equal to a into x of j omega plus b into y of j omega. So we have to prove this. How can we prove that? So we know that Fourier transform of x of t is nothing but x of j omega, which is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t dt. Similarly, y of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity y of t e power minus j omega t dt. So now, similarly, z of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity z of t e power minus j omega t dt. So this is your z of j omega. But what I have taken z of j omega as a into x of t plus b into y of t. So let me substitute that. So integral minus infinity to infinity, what I have taken z as a into x of t plus b into y of t into e power minus j omega t dt. So now let me bring this e power minus j omega t inside. So how can I write this one? Integral minus infinity to infinity a into, so let me take this a outside for you here, x of t, I'll multiply this e power minus j omega t inside, e power minus j omega t dt plus b into integral minus infinity to infinity y of t e power minus j omega t dt. So now if you observe properly, what is this? Integral minus infinity to infinity x of t power minus j omega t dt is nothing but x of j omega, and this one integral minus infinity to infinity y of t power minus j omega t is nothing but y of j omega. So this you can simplify as a into x of j omega plus b into y of j omega. So what we have done, we have solved this one step by step, and we have proved LHS is equal to RHS, and thus proved the linearity property. So let me go to the second property. So the second property which I am going to discuss is time shifting. For time shifting again, okay, so the second property is time shifting. So what does the time shifting property says? If you shift in time domain by an amount t naught, then what happens in frequency domain? In frequency domain, it will be e power minus j omega into t naught. So this t naught will be raised to the power of exponentially in the frequency domain, and then you multiply by your frequency domain x of j omega. So if you have a signal x of t, then if you shift by the amount t naught, then what happens to the frequency domain? You have to take the frequency transform of that signal x of j omega and multiply by e power minus j omega into t naught. So we have to prove this step by step. So again the same thing here. So what we have? So x of t Fourier transform is x of j omega, and y of t Fourier transform is y of j omega. Now we know that Fourier transform of x of t is equal to x of j omega, which is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t dt. Similarly, y of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity y of t e power minus j omega t into dt. So now what we have to prove? We have to shift in time by t minus t naught, and then we have to observe what happens in frequency domain. So let us go step by step. Okay, so let me take this one. So let me take this equation here. So what we have got, x of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t, we have e power minus j omega t into dt. So now what we have to do? I have to shift t by t minus t naught. So let me put that here. So integral minus infinity to infinity x of t minus t naught e power minus j omega t by dt, because I have x of t minus t naught. So I have to replace x of t by x of t minus t naught and observe the things what is going to happen. So in order to get this one, so what I will do is, so put t minus t naught is equal to a. Then differentiate on the both the sides. So we have with respect to a, so we have dt is equal to dA, because dt by dA is equal to 1, because differentiation with respect to t naught is a constant that will become equal to 0. So dt by dA is equal to 1, dt is equal to dA. Okay, so now let us substitute these two things in this equation. Okay, so now what we have got here, integral minus infinity to infinity x of t naught t minus t naught by x of a, then e power minus j omega. So what is your t? T is nothing but from here a plus t naught. So a plus t naught into dt. But here it is dt, it will be dt is equal to dA. So this is dA. Don't make that mistake. So now what I will do, I will take e power minus j omega into t naught outside. Multiply this and take this outside. Inside what we will get? Integral minus infinity to infinity x of a e power minus j omega a into dA. So this is nothing but your y of j omega, which is equal to e power minus j omega into t naught. So this term is nothing but your x of j omega term. How? You compare this one. Instead of t, it is a here. So compare this and this one. Instead of t, it is a. So it is nothing but your x of j omega only. So your RHS term is e power minus j omega t naught into x of j omega. So we have proved LHS equal to RHS and proved our time shifting property. So let me go to the next property, which is frequency shifting. So let me go to this frequency shifting property. So what does this frequency shifting property says? First, we have to understand that one. So if you shift in frequency domain with a factor of beta, then what happens in the time domain? You have to multiply by e power j beta into t into x of t. Or if you multiply by e power j beta t into x of t for your given time domain signal, then in correspondingly frequency domain, you have to multiply by, you have to minus with that factor omega minus beta. So let us prove this one. So now we know that x of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t into dt. So this is our x of t. Similarly, what is our y of t? So y of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity y of t e power minus j omega t into dt. Okay. So now what is your y of t? Your y of t or x of t is nothing but you have to multiply here and then observe what is going to happen. So let's do that. So y of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity. Now your y of t is e power j beta t into x of t into e power minus j omega t into dt. Because now you want e power j beta t into x of t instead of normal x of t. Then you have to get your RHS equation by solving this one. So let us solve this one. So integral minus infinity to infinity. So let me write x of t here and e power minus j, and you observe here it will be omega minus beta into t dt. Because minus j I have taken outside, it will be omega minus b. Then how can you write this one as? So if you compare this and this one, so if you take this one, integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t dt is x of j omega. Similarly, integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega minus beta is x of j omega minus beta. So now we have proved LHS is equal to RHS and proved our frequency shifting property. So let me, take you to the next property, which is scaling. So as the name indicates scaling, we have to scale it. Okay. So let us see. So if you scale or compress the signal in time domain, then what happens in the frequency domain? It will be 1 by a x of j omega divided by a. So we have to prove this property. So let us, do step by step. So now again, I need not write it again. what is the Fourier transform of x of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t power minus j omega t dt. Those things you have to write again. Y of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity y of t e power minus j omega t dt. So let me start from that one. So we know that y of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity y of t e power minus j omega t dt. So now what is this y of t? Y of t is nothing but x of at. So integral minus infinity to infinity x of at e power minus j omega t into dt. So now let us put a into t is equal to tau. Put a into t is equal to tau. So what happens here is you differentiate with respect to d tau on both the sides. So dt is equal to 1 by a into d tau, because a you keep it left side, dt by d tau is equal to 1. So dt will be equal to 1 by a into d tau. So let us substitute in this equation y of j omega is equal to, so now what happens, 1 by a comes here because we are substituting x of we are substituting a into t is equal to tau, and then d tau as 1 by a into d tau. So let us substitute that slowly and we will solve. Integral minus infinity to infinity x of at is nothing but tau e power minus j omega into t is nothing but tau by a from this one, and your dt is nothing but 1 by a into d tau. So how can I simplify further? So let me divide this into 2 and I'll simplify here. So I can write this one as 1 by a integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau e power minus j omega tau by a into d tau. So this is nothing but 1 by a and x of j omega by a, because you take this one. So if you compare this one here, here it is x of a into t e power minus j omega t dt is nothing but x of j omega. So here what we have got, instead of j omega we have got as j omega by a. Same equation if you compare this one and this one here. Only thing is it is here divided by a, so you have to write as 1 by a into x of j omega by a. So this is your scaling property. Okay, so now let me go to the next property here, which is time differentiation. As the name indicates, we have to differentiate with respect to time domain. Then we have to observe what happens in frequency domain. So if you differentiate in time domain, then correspondingly in frequency domain it will be j omega into x of j omega. So you take the frequency domain of that signal, x of t is x of j omega, but multiply by this j of omega. So let us prove this step by step. So proof. So how do we prove this? So we know that x of t is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega into e power j omega t d omega. So this is our IDFT formula to get the time domain signal from frequency domain signal. So now using this one we will solve step by step. So what we want here, if you observe LHS, you have to differentiate your LHS term. So let me differentiate with respect to t on both the sides. Okay, so let me do that for you. So dx of t by dt is equal to differentiate on the right hand side. So what you will get? So let me write as it is differentiation of your right hand side equation. So integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega e power j omega t into d omega. So observe what I am doing here. So let me take this 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega. So now if I bring this d by dt inside, what happens? It will become partial derivative rho by rho t into e power j omega t into d omega. Okay, so let me solve this for you. So this will be equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega. Now partial derivative of e power j omega t with respect to t is nothing but j omega into e power j omega t into d omega. Now this we can further simplify as, so let me write it here itself, okay, so that it is easy for you to understand things. So I can write this one as 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity. So this j omega into x of j omega left side, and right side it will be e power j omega t and d omega. Why I have written right side here only, I did not carry on to next side. Now you will understand here. So compare this x of t here on your left hand side and this equation here. So it looks similar, right? 1 by 2 pi, 1 by 2 pi, and e power j omega t d omega, e power g of d omega. So this term is x of t. So similarly, this will be equal to, so dx of t by dt, your Fourier transform is nothing but j omega into x of j omega. Okay, so this is how you prove that. You have to compare and you have to get the answer, because here it was x of j omega, here it is j omega into x of j omega. So this is how you prove the things. Okay, so now let me go to the next property, which is frequency distribution. So let me take this frequency differentiation, sorry, frequency differentiation property. So what does the property says? If you differentiate in your frequency domain, so we have x of t, Fourier transform is x of j omega. Then if you differentiate in your frequency domain, so if you differentiate in your frequency domain, then in your time domain, what you have to do? You have to multiply by minus jt into x of t. So we will solve this proof step by step. So we know that x of j omega, Fourier transform formula, is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t dt. So this is our Fourier transform formula. We will differentiate both sides with respect to omega. So differentiate both sides with respect to omega. So what we will get here? D by d omega into x of j omega is equal to d by d omega integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t into dt. So I have differentiated both LHS and RHS. So what we will do here again, integral minus infinity to infinity x of t I will keep as it is. I will bring this differentiation term inside. So that time it will become partial fraction. So rho by rho omega of e power minus j omega t, and your dt will remain as dt. So further we can simplify this one. Integral minus infinity to infinity x of t. So differentiation if you do, it will be with respect to omega minus jt into e power minus j omega t into dt. Okay. Now we will simplify this one further, which is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity minus jt x of t into e power minus j omega t into dt. So again, now we have to compare this and this one. So comparing this two, so it is similar, right? E power minus j omega t dt. Here also e power minus j omega dt. Here it is x of t. Instead here it is minus jt into x of t. Therefore, your signal is minus jt x of t. Fourier transform is nothing but your left hand side equation, which is differentiation of x of j omega. Okay. So this is how you prove. So now we have finished this frequency differentiation. So let me complete convolution, modulation and Parseval theorem. Three theorems. Okay. So first let me go to this convolution. So this is very much popular and very much useful technique, and most of the time they'll ask this question. So what is this convolution? X of t convolution y of t. What is the corresponding Fourier transform? It will be x of j omega into y of j omega. Convolution is in your time domain is nothing but multiplication in your frequency domain. So again you have to write Fourier transform of x of t is equal to x of j omega, which is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e power minus j omega t dt. Again y of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity y of t e power minus j omega t dt. So those things you have to write. Okay. I will not write it again. So let me prove this one. So let me take z of j omega. So Fourier transform of z of t is equal to z of j omega, which is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity z of t e power minus j omega t dt. So now what is your z of t? I will take z of t is nothing but convolution of x of t into y of t. So I will write this one as integral minus infinity to infinity. So now I will substitute z of t as x of t convolution with y of t. And then what is remaining? E power minus j omega t dt. So now we will simplify this one and we will solve. So what we have got? Integral minus infinity to infinity. So now what is the convolution of two terms? X of k convolution with h of k. X of k integral minus infinity to infinity x of k into h of n minus k. So using that formula we will substitute for this one. So what is convolution x of t convolution y of t? Integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into y of t minus tau into d tau. 1 minute. Yeah. Into d tau. So then we'll substitute this one, e power minus j omega t into dt. Then what I will do is Observe here, integral minus infinity to infinity. X of tau, I will bring this outside. And then what happens in the inside? Integral minus infinity to infinity y of t minus tau e power minus j omega into t dt into d tau. Just have rearranged it, taken this outside and bring this inside here. Integral minus infinity to infinity y of t minus tau d tau e power minus j omega t into dt. So see what I am doing now. So let me put 1 minute. Yeah, let me put t minus tau is equal to a. Then what happens to dt? If you differentiate with respect to a on both the sides, then dt will be equal to dm. So differentiate on left hand side and right hand side with respect to a. So it will be dt by dA is equal to 1. So dt is equal to dm. Substitute in this equation back and we'll get our answer. So it will be equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau integral minus infinity to infinity y of t minus tau, I can write it as y of a into e power minus j omega. So t we have substituted as t minus a is equal to t minus tau is equal to a. So t is equal to a plus tau. So t is equal to a plus tau into dm into d tau, because dt is equal to dm, d tau will be there as it is. So we can further write this one as integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau e power minus j omega into tau. So here tau is there, I'll bring that here, into d tau integral minus infinity to infinity y of a e power minus j omega into a into dm. So now this looks like x of j omega and y of j omega. So this one is x of j omega, this is y of j omega. So x of j omega into y of j omega. Hence we have proved LHS is equal to RHS. Okay. So now let me go to another property, which is modulation. So as the name indicate, modulation, we have to, or modulation or multiplication, we have to multiply. So if you multiply x of t into y of t, then what happens in your frequency domain? So this will be equal to 1 by 2 pi into x of j omega convolution with y of j omega. This same thing, but here you have to multiply by 1 by 2 pi. Okay, so that's the difference. So what we have got, if you multiply in time domain, in your frequency domain, it is convolution multiplied by 1 by 2 pi factor. So we have to prove this. So let me prove again for you. So let us go step by step. So yeah. So we know that z of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity z of t e power minus j omega t into d omega. So now what is your z of t? Z of t is nothing but x of t into y of t. So integral minus infinity to infinity x of t y of t into e power minus j omega t d omega. Now what do we have? We have x of t is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity, x of, I will take instead of omega, beta here, otherwise it will confuse us. So instead of omega, I'm taking here beta, e power j beta t into d beta. So this is our first term, this is our second term. Okay, so let us substitute this x of t in the first term. So substitute 2 in 1. So let us see what can we get there. So we have z of j omega, which is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity. Now I will substitute this x of t for you as 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j beta into e power j beta into d beta. Then what have we got here? Y of t since remaining e power minus j omega t into d omega. Okay. Now what I will do, you observe here. So now I will write this one as 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j beta into integral minus infinity to infinity y of t e power minus j into omega minus beta into t into d omega into d beta. I have just brought this inside here and I have simplified the terms. It is, these two are same. Okay, only the way of writing is different. So let me continue it here only. 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So how can we express this one as? So this term here we can express as, so let me write again the expression for you. 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j beta. I'll write as it is. What is this integral minus infinity to infinity? E power minus j omega minus beta into t d omega. It is nothing but y of j omega minus beta. Instead of omega, it is omega minus beta. That's it. Into d beta. So this is nothing but x of j beta convolution y of j beta. So this is similar to convolution. So this expression. So x of t convolution y of t is nothing but, so here 1 by 2 pi, I forgot it, sorry, is nothing but integral minus infinity to infinity x of tau into y of t minus tau into d tau. It is similar. Instead of tau, it is beta. So we can express as 1 by 2 pi into x of j beta convolution with y of j beta. So this is our modulation. So we will go to our last thing, which is Parseval's theorem. Okay. So the last derivation, which is Parseval's theorem. So what does this Parseval theorem give us? What happens to the energy of the signal in time domain? It will be energy density spectrum in your frequency domain. So the expression for energy in your time domain signal is integral minus infinity to infinity mod x of t them whole square dt. Correspondingly in the frequency domain you have 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity mod x of j omega them whole square d omega. So you have to prove them Parseval's theorem. So left side is nothing but energy of the signal, and right side is nothing but your energy density spectrum. So let us prove that. So we know that energy of the signal is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity mod x of t them whole square dt. So this is the energy of the signal. So how can I write this one? Integral minus infinity to infinity x of t multiply with that conjugate into dt. So now let me write the expression for x conjugate of t. So I can write this one as integral minus infinity to infinity x of t. What is Fourier transform of x conjugate? 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity. So what is IDFT? X of t 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x of j omega e power minus j omega t into d omega. So x star of j omega into e power minus j omega t into d omega into dt. So this we can, I'll take 1 by 2 pi outside, 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity x conjugate of j omega. So let me bring this inside, integral minus infinity to infinity x of t into e power minus j omega t dt into d omega. So these two are same, just have rearranged that, that's it. So again, this term here, how does this looks like? So I can write this one as 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity. So this x conjugate of j omega. So this is nothing but your x of j omega into d omega. So because integral minus infinity to infinity x of t power minus j omega t dt as x of j omega. So this one you can further write it as 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity mod x of j omega the whole square into d omega, and this is your energy density spectrum in your frequency domain, where LHS is equal to now RHS, and hence proved the